Little people, big world fans adore Jackson Roloff, and many of them agree that he used to be the cutest kid on TLC. However, they feel sad over what happened to his legs. When his mom, Tori Roloff, shared some photos with her LPBW fans recently, a lot of people talked about the 7-year-old. Despite surgery on his bowed legs, the tiny TLC alum doesn't seem to have improved. You might recall that Zach and Tori Roloff opted for surgery that wasn't too invasive. While it doesn't look like it did anything at all, his parents assured Little People, Big World fans that it will. It just takes time. But some people think they look worse than ever. Recently, LPBW fans heard that Jackson was slotted for more surgery on his legs. Whether he had it or not isn't known. The news arrived when Tori Roloff told her followers that one of the reasons she and Zach stopped filming was because Jackson Roloff didn't want his second surgery filmed. On Friday, Tori took to her Instagram account and shared some photos of the family on vacation. The Little People, Big World alum posted a photo of Lila in Washington, D.C., and she seemed keen on some ducks. However, a photo of her oldest son showed how bowed his legs are. Tori captioned her photos with, "DC, you're a vibe. I promise I'm here too." Just behind the immediately, TLC fans expressed their sorrow and concern for the little boy. Here are some of their reactions to Jackson Roloff's legs. Their poor little legs. It looks painful. His legs are severely bowed. I thought the same. Thinking in how many surgeries and all pain. Many LPBW fans rushed to defend Zach and Tori Roloff, although nobody accused them of not being good parents. Here are their thoughts. Are you serious? They're on top of the development with their kids. Jackson has had surgery. I'm sure if they were in pain they wouldn't be walking and the parents would know. As someone with a disability, just because something looks painful doesn't mean it is. Zach and Tori are great parents. Skeletal dysplasia will do that. They have it under control. What are your thoughts about little TLC alum, Jackson Roloff? Do you think that LPBW fans worry too much about his legs? Do you agree that Tori Roloff and her husband Zach are on top of the problem? Little People Big World celebs Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler were recently apart on a special day, fueling more speculation that there is trouble in paradise for these two. So what happened with them recently, and why were they apart? With Little People Big World officially canceled after season 25, some fans have speculated that Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler's relationship would fizzle out now that the cameras are no longer around. In fact, some agree that both Matt and Caryn are opportunists, and that they milked their relationship for the sake of the cameras. However, with the Little People Big World TLC cameras gone, some fans think that a lot of the incentive to keep the relationship going for the sake of a storyline is now gone as well. There have certainly been signs of trouble in paradise for these two, and viewers have been quick to point them out. One of the big clues that Little People Big World fans point to in terms of there being issues in Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler's relationship is the fact that they have not gotten married yet. There were initial plans to have a Hawaiian wedding by the time 2024 was over, and that clearly did not happen. At the time, the reasoning for putting the wedding plans on hold was that Matt Roloff was concerned for his mother's health, especially as she is up there in age. Still, the way some fans see it, delaying the wedding could also point to there being cracks in the foundation of the relationship as a whole. Adding more fuel to the trouble in paradise conversation is the fact that Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler were recently apart on Valentine's Day. This is a huge day for couples to go out and spend time together every year. And the fact that Matt was in Oregon and Caryn was in Arizona is a big clue for those looking for one that there could be legitimate issues in their relationship. Matt Roloff shared a snowy update with his followers, adding, "Chilly and cold here in Oregon, but very beautiful. We often get power outages this time of year. But this time I'm prepared with some serious but looking to catch up with Caryn, who is a few days ahead of me down in sunny AZ. Do you think Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler could be headed for a split? Little People, Big World star Tori Roloff's ego might be out of control since deciding to leave their family reality show. She's the wife of Zach Roloff, the eldest son of the Roloff family. They met at the Roloff family farm in 2010 and wed roughly 5 years later, in 2015. Since becoming Zach's wife, Tori has had a much greater presence in Little People, Big World. She first appeared in season 10 when they started dating and has been on the show since. They celebrated their wedding on the show and welcomed 3 children together. Tori has been one of Zach's biggest support systems in his feud with his father. When Matt decided to list the farms, this devastated Zach, as he always thought he would take them over. Their feud pushed the couple to move off the Roloff Farms to Washington. Tori and Zach left Little People, Big World after season 25, citing that it was time they moved on from the reality TV show and focused on their children. Their departure is one sign that Little People, Big World will end after season 25, although there is no confirmation about that. Tori has been on a weight-loss journey since she started the reality series. The mother of 3 looks great and enjoys posting updates on her social media. Tori posted an Instagram reel joking about having to work out on her page with over 2 million followers. "Going to do a stupid workout," she wrote in text over the post. Tori seems totally confident since losing weight. She enjoys posting pictures and videos that highlight her changes for everyone to see. It's clear Tori doesn't need Little People, Big World to show off her transformation. Big World. On their joint podcast, Raising Heights, the couple explained that the process of filming the show was becoming an issue for their family. Their kids, Jackson, Layla, and Joja, have all been a major part of Little People, Big World in recent seasons. Zach and Tori have been open in discussing how all 3 of their children have been diagnosed with dwarfism. After Jackson said he wasn't comfortable filming his doctor's appointments anymore, they reconsidered being on Little People, Big World. However, since announcing their departure, Zach and Tori have continued to talk about the show on their podcast. After 25 seasons, Zach might think it's time for him to be done with the show. He also does not enjoy interacting with his father, which is a major storyline in Little People, Big World. Zach and Tori have received backlash for continuing their podcast in the wake of their exit from the reality show. They should be grateful for the platform that Little People, Big World has awarded them to be able to start their podcast. Throughout their time on Little People, Big World, Zach and Tori have navigated their issues as a couple. They have been together for nearly 15 years and have welcomed 3 children together. Every couple has disagreements, and Tori has been open about how she sometimes gets frustrated with Zach. On Little People, Big World, Tori said she felt overwhelmed, having to deal with the demands of the children and all the inside chores, while Zach primarily handles all the outside activities. She felt like her husband wasn't giving her enough credit and wanted him to step up a bit more. As a mother, she needed help with more than just the outside chores that needed to be completed at their home in Washington State. She should be a little bit more patient with Zach. It seems like the former reality star is planning to stay in the spotlight. Though she announced she was done with the show, Tori started her podcast alongside Zach. The podcast generates another source of income for their family, but it also allows them to stay in the reality TV zeitgeist. They discussed the show and the Roloff family on the podcast. If they wanted to get out of the spotlight by leaving Little People, Big World, they could have done so without starting their podcast.